When you're 17 and stupid, what's the first thing you think of doing? You run.
First MGR Story. 3, 2, 1, action.
Rightio, MGR Story. But I'm the first, which is great. Obviously, names have been changed to protect the innocent and all that. Many moons ago, I used to ride a road motorbike, and I also used to race motocross for a long time. As most motocross riders do, they buy a road bike afterwards and then they go onto the road. And at a point in time, I'd finished a motocross meeting, gone up to see my then girlfriend on my DT50. Mucking around outside, as you do when you're young and stupid on a motorbike, doing wheelies and skids and spinning the bike around, doing all this kind of stuff. And little to me, my friend who was sat on the side of the road talking to my girlfriend didn't tell me about the police officer that was on the motorcycle behind me. And at this point in time, my mate's kind of ridden up the road. He had an NSR 125, but the old school one with the round tank, great bike. And his foot peg had this thing of falling off. So I rode up the road, span the bike round and picked the foot peg up with one hand while still spinning the bike round. Mr. Police Officer watched me do this. When you're 17 and stupid, what's the first thing you think of doing? You run. Because obviously, you don't think about just standing there and explaining to the police officer that you ride a motorcycle competitively, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so the chase starts. This is God's honest truth. There are people that can verify this. So I took off. It's on a place called White House Common Road in Sutton Coldfield. So I took off down the service road. I used to race a 250 and then jump on a 50 to go and see my girlfriend. So literally, you just pan flat everywhere, ain't you? Went through various back doubles and things like this, ended up going across a park. So literally I'm going across this park, but he started doing that, just going, nee! And I literally just rode straight into the garage, threw the bike in, ran upstairs and sparked it. I said, "Get ready to be dad. Might get a visitor in a minute." Yeah. And my mum and dad are like straight legit. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they've ever done anything dodgy in their life. Thinking that I'd outrun the policeman, but he might have caught me because obviously he's on like a pan or something like that. Oh, on a Yamaha DT50. Anyway, knock at the door, there's the policeman. Downstairs is my friend, who's brought into my house. Thanks for that, Phil, appreciate that. The policeman comes in, obviously I need to have a chat to your son, speaks to my dad, blah, 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 walks in the lounge, and then at that time, as I say, I was a competitive motocross rider, there was all these trophies in the lounge, and he thought they were my dad's. So he turned around and he said, "Oh, I can see who he takes after then, if you're the competitive motorbike rider," and my dad went, "No, it's him." And the policeman went, "Oh, really?" And he went, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I went, "Well, I'm supposed to be at work." No, we can get you out of that. "Do you want to come off road riding with us and teach us some stuff?" Because I couldn't catch it. And I went, "Done." So I spent a couple of days at Birmingham Wheels with some of the West Midlands police riders on their off-road day, doing a bit of motocross. We did some trials. And my parents went on holiday the next day. So I dropped them off at the airport, gone up to Birmingham Wheels. What many people haven't done is done handbrake turns in their mum and dad's Nissan Primera with 2 coppers in the back, because they wouldn't let me in the car because they were covered in mud. So I sat them in the boot, was doing handbrake turns and donuts with 2 policemen in the back of the car, and didn't get arrested. That's my story.